everyone, this is Librarian Maggie back with another fun craft for you. Today we're going to make a no-sew penguin out of socks. So what you're going to need are one black sock, a colored one. It doesn't have to be fuzzy and doesn't have to be striped. It can be a solid color, a pattern, fuzzy, non-fuzzy, whatever you'd like. Some white and orange felt, a glue gun, which we're going to use later, so maybe plug that in right now when you start, rubber bands and or thread, and rice. Don't be fooled by my peanuts jar. This is what I keep my craft rice in. How much you will need will depend entirely on how large you want your penguin. But maybe 7 or 8 ounces is my guess to start. So we're going to start by cutting off part of our sock just to make it easier. We don't need this entire sock. So I'm just going to cut off above the heel here. Quite a bit above it, but just about that much. Just so we have less sock to pour the rice down. I'm just using whatever rice I have around, which is what I usually do. You can use rice, you can use beans. If you would rather use stuffing, if you have that, that's okay too. I would just recommend putting something heavy in the bottom to weigh your penguin down so he doesn't topple over so easily. If you've made the gnome with me before, this is kind of the same idea. Definitely not enough yet. Like I said, there's no right or wrong amount of rice, really. It's however large you want your penguin to be. And of course, round him out a little bit. Just gonna put a tiny bit more. Okay, just make sure it is all the way down there. Now that you have decided how much rice is going in, you can cut off more of this sock because we don't want to have to rubber band this much, and we don't want to have to really hide that much under his hat. So what you're gonna do is just rubber band or tie off, if you're using the thread, the top here. Okay, and just shape them a little bit. And now we're gonna rubber band off a head. Okay. If you have a large enough rubber band to do this, that's great. If you don't, you can use thread. And of course, if you have a black rubber band or thread, it's even better. Okay, so your penguin should look like this. Now that we've got our shape, what you want to do is cut out the white part for the body, for the front of the body. So I'm just going to start by cutting a large enough piece, and we're actually going to cut it into an oval. Don't be afraid to freehand this, it's okay. I'm not using a template for this, and I didn't really find one either. But it's just going to be an oval. So if it helps you, you can place it on here and kind of cut exactly the shape you'd like. I'm going to fold this in half to finish cutting it, so I hopefully get it a little bit even. And you can always tweak it after if you don't like how it came out. I think that's actually pretty good. So now you are going to glue this onto your black sock. Just be very careful because it is going to be hot. As you can see, my rubber band just snapped on me. If that does happen to you, it's okay. We can put another rubber band on, or you can tie it as well, because we're actually going to be covering around his neck anyway with a little scarf. Okay, so as you can see, I used thread to reinforce him here. So this is where you should be at. Our white felt should be glued on, your sock is shaped properly, and we're all tied off. So now what we're going to do is you're going to use your colorful sock to make a little hat for your penguin. And I'm going to cut off maybe up to about here. We may wind up cutting some more off after we see how it looks. Just going to be for the hat. And you'll put it on top like so. And you're going to roll it up a little bit. It's actually the perfect amount to take off. And now if you want to reinforce your hat, you're going to just put some glue. Again, be careful with your fingers. It is hot. Now you're going to cut a little triangle out of our orange felt here for the beak. And we're just going to glue that on. Just like so. And now, if you have a black Sharpie handy, we can draw on some eyes. It's looking really cute. So now for the last step. If you've seen these DIYs elsewhere, you might see that some people used ribbon to make the scarf, but I actually think I'm going to use more of the sock here. So cut off however wide a piece you would like to use. I'm going to cut this again. I just really wanted to use the green in here. So because now if you use more of the sock, it'll actually match your penguin's hat. And you're just gonna cut it down the middle. And I'm gonna trim off some of this pink here. And I'm gonna put some glue right in the front here. You can give your penguin whatever type of scarf you'd like. I am gonna just wrap it around to cover my string here. You can just glue it in the one spot in the front. And then glue it in the back. If you want to add more of a scarf to him, you can do that too. Ribbon, of course, you can cut to any length and it'll definitely get you all the way around to make a proper scarf, but I do like the idea of matching it better. And now we can just glue it on the side. I'm going to put a little glue in the middle here to stick it to itself. and then some glue on the back. And there's your little penguin. I hope you love this craft as much as I did. I would love to see yours if you make one. And I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you in our next video.